English 111 students, this is Miss Williams. Um, as you guys can tell, I'm still a little bit sick and my voice, I know, sounds horrible, but I need to go ahead and get this done so I can get all your assignments ready for next week when you come back from fall break. So just bear with me for this overview video for week 6. So, as you can tell, week 6 actually started with your short week last week, but because it wasn't a full week, I kind of combined those into week 6. So, this is week 6 continued. I kind of went ahead since we're in the back part of the semester and just put a short summary beside each week of what we're going to be working on. So we're going to start talking about formal assignment 2, your annotated bibliography this week. And we're going to work on formal assignment 2 this week and next week. We also have to talk about formal assignment 3 this week as well, because formal assignment 2 ties in with formal assignment 3. But you won't be working on formal assignment 3 until weeks 8 and 9. And then you have a short week of a couple days, week 10, because that's Thanksgiving holiday break that week. So you'll have something to do that week, even though it's only a couple days. Probably you'll start working on your digital portfolios, finalizing those, which is really what you're going to be doing week 11 as well. And then week 12, you'll have the overview of your final exam, and you'll be able to start working on that during week 12, and it'll be due during final exam week. So that's just kind of a short overview of the rest of the semester. So this is week 6 continued. And this week we're going to go into more detail about what formal assignment 2 and formal assignment 3 is. Don't get confused by this. You're not actually working on formal assignment 3 yet, but you have to figure out what you want to do for formal assignment 3 to help you start working on your annotated bibliography. Remember, an annotated bibliography is just a document that shows research that you've done for a bigger project. So you can't do your research for your annotated bibliography until you know what you're going to be doing for formal assignment 3. So I do ask you to figure that out this week. Basically, you're just going to decide on a different genre of writing that you're going to write in for formal assignment 3. So there's so many different genres of writing. I give you a lot of different examples of what you could potentially do. It just needs to be a genre of writing you've never done before. So some of you actually do like to write fiction. Maybe it's a different kind of fiction story, like in a different genre of fiction that you've written in the past. Maybe you love the show Stranger Things. I mean, who doesn't love Stranger Things? And maybe you want to create a graphic novel based on that show or another series that you like. Um, Maybe you're really good at something that's school appropriate, like running or yoga or, you know, making baking. A lot of you like to bake. I love the show Great British Baking Show. So I've gotten into cooking and baking, honestly, because of that show. And maybe you want to create a how to manual for making some kind of cake that is a pretty, basic recipe. Um, Maybe you want to write a song or a political speech about something that's important to you. Maybe you want to create a website. Um, Whatever it is that you want to do for formal assignment 3, you have to, I'm going to ask you to figure that out this week, and you're going to post about it. And that's going to then help you figure out where to start researching for your annotated bibliography, which is formal assignment 2. So this week, you're going to figure out what you're going to do for formal assignment 3 and post about that. That's your first discussion board assignment. what genre will you write in for formal assignment 3. That's due on Wednesday. And then I'm going to ask you to do kind of a web. It's not really a web quest, but it's sort of a web quest because you're going to learn how to do research, and that has some academic language that goes along with that. So you're kind of going to do a web quest this week where you figure out what is academic research, how do I find sources in the Gaston College Library when I'm doing my research for formal assignment 2, my annotated bibliography. And then how do you summarize those sources once you find them without plagiarizing? So I give you a really in-depth, very specific overview on how to summarize articles, how to put things in MLA, because that's a part of what an annotated bibliography is. You've got your source cited in MLA, and then you've got your summary. So those are your 3 assignments this week. You've only got 2 discussion boards because you've got a lot of reading to do this week. But that's basically what you guys are going to be doing. So again, don't get confused. You're not working on formal assignment 3 this week or next week, but you do have to figure out what you're going to do for that assignment in order to start doing your research for formal assignment 2, which is your annotated bibliography. If you have questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. This week, you'll again be introduced to how to do academic research, and you will have to find one source for your discussion board on Sunday, and you will have to summarize that source, but then that's going to help you start practicing that so that next week you can really continue to do your research and find the rest of your sources for your annotated bibliography so you can start putting that together. So that's what you'll do next week. And then we'll have peer review and you'll turn in your final at the end of next week. So let's not get ahead of ourselves with that. We're going to start with baby steps this week. And if you guys have questions, please feel free to reach out.